Hello fellow Dark Warriors, I am Zardar and welcome to another online battle from Warhammer 2. So this is round 2, actually, no, yeah, it's round 2 from Shadow Online Gaming's tournament and I'm up against VM von Karstein and yeah, I'm playing as the Wood Elves as you can see over here, and I'm up against the Greenskins. So this is quite a tough match. It's not a hard matchup, but it's just quite a tough one because you know, the Greenskins have their way because the Wood Elves are not that heavily armored, and yeah, like you can go like really cheap from the Greenskins and just storm from all over the place with a lot of backline harassment and such. So in order to counter that, I knew that there was also a threat of the Spider Queen, because honestly it might not have anti-large, but the Queen on 1v1 with that poison is gonna destroy anything large. It doesn't matter if it's I don't know if it can beat Colic, but yeah, it's really strong on 1v1 because of that poison, on a pure 1v1 that is. If it's fighting alongside other you know, opposition, it might be difficult. So okay, I'm gonna pause this because as you can see, his army is as a whole vanguard deployed. Obviously it was hidden. I only just managed to see. The only thing I could see was actually the Queen and Wurzag over here. Is that Wurzag? No, it's not even Wurzag. Oh, I wasn't even actually able to see that because of the Trixie traps. Okay, so I don't remember. I think I was like, okay, where is his army? But yeah, whatever. So for my forces we got 2 units of Wild Riders with shields, and the reason for bringing shields is because of the harassment from Spider Riders or even Wolf Riders. You really need those shields, because even if you're charging straight onto them and they're firing back, if you don't have shields, they're just gonna decimate you because of their low armor. So having those silver shields is gonna be quite helpful. You always need that against the Greenskins. So 1 and 1 on each side. We also get 1 unit of Sisters of the Thorn in the middle, just to drop some buffs and also provide some fire support. We got 2 units of Dryads on the far flank, as you can see. Actually, no, it's actually 2 Eternal Guard with shields on the far flanks in order to soak up any damage, as you can see over here, because they get also like silver shields. The Dryads are a little bit closer to the center. 1, 2, 3 units of those, 2 units of War Dancers, and as our leadership we have, where's my, I think I had a Branch Wraith. Where's the Branch Wraith? I can't see, damn it. Oh, there it is. So we get a Branch Wraith just with Earthblood and the Call of the Woods. All other abilities have been stripped down in order to make this cheap, and the Earthblood is only for the sole purpose of healing up Derthu, and the melee attack is just a really nice skill to have. So as our leadership we have Derthu over here with Sword of Death. I didn't get the Lamentation of Despair because it rarely ever works. Force Seeker, because Derthu is really slow, so this is one of the few times that I actually bring Force Seeker. I almost always cut it down from any of my lords or heroes. The Summon Manticore ability and the Flock of Doom. So the Summon Manticore ability was for the sole reason of sniping out his Goblin Summon, because everybody knows that like any Greenskin player is gonna bring at least 1 summon in order to just you know, use the Vindictive Glare. So yeah, I'm just gonna try to get the summon off, just go after the summon, because Greenskin players just tend to just leave the summon in the back, believing it's gonna be safe, but well, it's not safe from the air, right? And for the bodyguards of Derthu, we actually have the Wardens of Sithral, and the reason for bringing those is because of the Sander armor ability they have. So if my opponent actually brought any Black Orcs and they were facing these guys, with the help of Derthu on top of them, which does amazing damage, they're gonna be able to just do a really good work, because they have 61 melee attack, even though they're a spear unit. Like, this is freaking crazy. And it's not actually, yeah, how much anti-large? 15, so the melee attack against large is actually up to 76, which is freaking crazy, but yeah, don't worry about that. It's just that they can still fight as an infantry unit, because that melee attack is really high. Well, they lack a little bit on weapon strength, but it's still armor piercing, so they will do fairly well against Black Orcs. So this is the sole reason I brought these guys. And yeah, I think that's all for my army. So for my opponent, as you can see, he's got the Derkid Squigs on this side, he's got 1 unit of Night Goblin Squig Hoppers on this side. He's got a front line of Nasty Skulkers on the flanks, and the middle is composed of Night Goblins along with the probably these are the Warlord boys, and these are the Warlord boys, and these are the 8-pick loonies. Don't ask me why, but for some reason during replays the name does not display correctly over here. In the backline he's got 3 units of archers, just some Night Goblin archers, and actually back here he's got some Savage Orc boys, a Night Goblin Shaman with just a Vindictive Glare, Itchy Nuisance and Wand of Jet obviously, and Sneaky Stabbing actually. Okay, that's gonna be great, because if you buff up the Queen, she's gonna do a lot of work. We also got a Goblin Big Boss over here with on a spider to apply also extra poison, and he brought just the slippery ability for melee defense and speed. And as his lord he's got Skarsnik with, he's got that trident skill, which shoots a projectile, 2 of them actually. So yeah, this is it. So immediately the battle is gonna go off. The Dryads are gonna clash over here with the Night Goblins, and it's gonna be one hell of a fight. Durthu is gonna try to go in. He's gonna start getting peppered down. The Wardens of Cithral are gonna back up the front line over here. I was trying to get the summon immediately off in order to go after the Night Goblin summon, but I just couldn't get it. Like, the Spider Queen was just interrupting me, and she actually knocks down Durthu over here, which is, yeah, quite a lot. A little bit of a micro misplay over here. My Wardens of Cithral should be just turning around, going after the Queen, which at the moment they're not. Oh, I think they are, because yes, her armor is down to 120, so they're actually doing some work with that ability. On the flanks it's just a crazy fight where we're using the Wild Riders to fend off the Derked Squigs over here, just to pin them down so the Eternal Guard can actually just fight off. And since we succeeded that and they're just stationary now and fighting, this Eternal Guard will just wipe the floor with them, so I'm free to take the Wild Riders into the other flank in order to help the other ones, because they are facing a huge problem over here. I'm just trying to fend off everything. I've been slowed down, if I'm correct. No, I haven't. But yeah, almost as soon as the battle started, my Wild Riders, even though with the shields, just suffered a lot of damage, because the backline harassment is just crazy. These War Dancers over here are gonna go straight for that Night Goblin summon. My Manticore has been finally summoned, although it's been hit with an Itchy Nuisance. But yeah, I was trying to get it off, and for some reason it was just not freaking working, so I just forgot it up there. See, we'll soon just send it after this Night Goblin summon. But in the front line fight, things are not actually going quite well. Durthu has been hit with Itchy Nuisance. He's taking a lot of fire. I haven't still been able to shut down his backline, because I'm too busy with the Wild Riders just providing support for my own backline. The Spider Queen is gonna hopefully just stay back, and Durthu is gonna be able to just run away. I'm gonna use the Wild Riders over here to block off Skarsnik, the Derked Squigs, and also the Spider Queen. And the Wardens of Cithral being healed at the moment, and also a Shield of Thorns is being popped over here, so they will do some crazy ass damage against that Queen. And with Durthu, I'm just gonna try to run away, because right now it's the fight is going in my favor. His Night Goblin summon has been almost killed by the War Dancers over here. The Eternal Guard, along with Dryads and other War Dancers, are cleaning his backline. Obviously some of his archers have come back over here. I was trying to kill them, but then the Nasty Skulkers were able to come and fend me off. But the other Wild Riders are just gonna go and provide some help. So yeah, the Bounce of Power is slowly ticking in my favor. Some of his forces are coming back, but so are mine, and they have some crazy health points at the moment. They haven't suffered too much damage, especially these War Dancers, so they will come here, they will fend off these Spider Hatchlings quite easily. The Queen is gonna get distracted again, which is what I was trying to do, just try to get Durthu out of there. And yeah, the Wardens of Cithral are just gonna be a constant pain in the ass, always lowering the armor of the Queen, which is, it's still a lot, like 120, but at least it's something. And these guys have armor piercing, so they will slowly but steadily just bring that thing down. Over here, Durthu is gonna try to get a strike on Skarsnik. As soon as the Queen comes in, again, I'm just gonna try to run away. The Manticore, I think, has been killed, or I think, I don't know where the hell it went. Anyway, the right flank is kind of collapsing for me. Both my Wild Riders and the Eternal Guard have almost been destroyed, but my left flank is actually holding quite nice. Bounce of Power keeps moving in my favor. I keep dropping the Sword of Death over here, just to break off all of his forces, and it's actually doing a lot of work. And I'm just keep trying to escape with Dearth. I'm just going in circles and just leaving my Wardens of Sithral to do all of the hard work, that was my goal. Like, I was investing a lot to these guys because I really like them. I think they're one of the best units in the Wood Elf roster, unless you're not playing this way. I'm playing like a standard, like fist to cuffs kind of fight over here, just not, you know, the skirmish way and such. That freaking Night Goblin Summon is gonna get a freaking hit on Dearth, like straight onto his face. We're gonna get struck by a smokescreen bomb over here, but at least the queen has fallen. Where is it? Where's the queen, by the way? Where did it fall? Because I can't see her body. I usually can. Okay, whatever. She's probably somewhere. The Wild Riders have come back, and I also still got the Sisters of the Thorn. So it might be that my Wild Riders got almost destroyed in the beginning. Well, they didn't. They held on quite nicely, but in the end, I still have the Sisters of Slaughter of the Thorn to just do my things. So quite a nice play over there. Von Karstein, okay, it's Von Karstein, he's just using a different name, as am I. Did quite well. I really like his build, but my secret weapon was actually the Wardens of Sithral. If I didn't have these guys, this whole fight would have gone sideways, because yeah, there wouldn't be anything like real killing power to kill the freaking queen. I didn't want to go with really heavy on you know, missile play like Wave Watchers or Deepwood Scouts or things like that, because the Greenskins have a lot of cheap backline harassment, so it's kind of like, yeah, I don't want to do that against the Greenskins. So yeah, I went with a full-on charge Rush army, and it paid off. Like, the Wild Riders did their job, even though they got almost shut down. At least one of them, the other did quite well. They got a crazy amount of kills. The Sisters of the Thorn were most of the fight not engaging. I was just trying to keep them, keep her away, just dropping the free buffs, the 3D buffs, and in the end, when their ammunition was almost going out and the enemy forces were buckled, I was getting them into the fight, just trying to run over some enemies. The War Dancers did quite well, and as you can see, they finished off with really high health, because all of Von Karstein's resources actually dropped on Derthu. Yeah, he managed to get Derthu like really low, but that single unit over here did all of the hard work. He might only say like 68 kills, but that's because they were actually targeting the queen. So 68 kills while killing off, peppering down the queen is actually quite a freaking lot. And even the Dryads, as you can see here, 111 kills, 88, 50. The Eternal Guard, well, on the this one is on the right flank, so that was where most of his missile play was, and they still did quite okay. Brand's Wraith, Pimp King, like, he was just there providing the buffs to the Wardens of Sithral, which I actually forgot those. So against the Queen they had 76 by their own, okay, and they had +5. That means 81 melee attack against the Queen. That's crazy. And remember, the anti-large bonus applies to the melee attack as well. The tooltip might be on the weapon strength, but it goes to the melee attack. So yeah, like, I really liked my army. This was actually Falcon helped me build this one up, and the Wardens of Sithral was actually his idea, so I'm quite happy that they worked out. For Von Karstein's army, I really liked it. Like, I just think he needed, like, I keep saying this all of the time, like, it doesn't matter who you're playing with, against. Like, yes, it's Wood Elves, yes, they have low armor, yes, you can get away with Night Goblins and other tools, but you freaking need Black Orcs all of the time. Like, they are the backbone of any Greenskin army. If you want to have any freaking chance, you always need them. It doesn't matter what matchup is. It doesn't matter anything. Like, even if you're fighting a freaking construct build against the Tomb Kings or a double Sagoth, you still need Black Orcs. They're like immune to psychology. Even though they're not anti-large, they can still do a really good work against large targets. So yeah, like, a couple Black Orcs over here as his anchor would have been a lot better. Just my perspective. So yeah, that was it, guys. So I really hope you enjoyed. This was the second game, which was a win for me, and yeah, see you next time. Bye bye.